So an article by Dr. Bernard E. Ruling, professor of philosophy and animal sciences from the website sharkonline.org. Anyone tripping a horse as a sport is abhorrent to the vast majority of society. The horse is an iconic and much loved symbol of the spirit of the United States. I fully support all efforts to end the sadistic practice of tripping horses as a form of deviant entertainment and fully endorse the attempts of state legislatures to curtail this barbaric activity. Today I want to bring to light the illegal sport of horse tripping, the emotional and physical effects it has on horses, and my own personal journey in fostering to adopt a horse who has endured this so-called sport. The problem is that so few people even know what horse tripping is, let alone it being considered a sport in the underground world. According to the online article horsefun.org, Horse Tripping Fact Sheets, it is summarized as points are awarded for literally tripping horses and how quickly the charro, or Mexican cowboys, can do it. First, they release a horse from a chute, often shocking the horse with an electric prod. A group of waiting charros force the horse into a full gallop, or run, and the competing charro is either on horseback or on the ground. He lassos the front or hind legs of the horse, causing the animal to come crashing down to the ground. Now, I use the term sport very loosely, as the definition of sport is an athletic activity requiring skill or prowess, physical prowess, and often of a competitive nature, such as racing, baseball, tennis, golf, bowling, wrestling, boxing, hunting and fishing, and etc. The only athletic activity taking place in tripping is the horse running for its life, and the only competition is a fight for survival, as onlookers take sadistic pleasure in watching an innocent animal suffer needlessly. To give it a comparison most people are familiar with, tripping is an illegal sport in the equine world, just like dogfighting is an illegal sport in the canine world. The outcome is extremely grim for these animals, as the physical and emotional effects can be horrific. The cause of this sport's popularity, quite frankly, completely boggles my mind, but I can only assume that it's the same reason dogfighting is so popular. The simple fact that far too many people have absolutely no moral when it comes to an animal's welfare. Therefore, the physical and emotional ramifications of tripping are severe. They are rarely fed, if at all, so they are extremely malnourished. The thought process in that is, why put money into something that's just going to end up dying anyways? If the horse does survive crashing into the ground over and over, their injuries can include, but are not limited to, rope burns that can cut all the way down to the bone, broken bones, dislocated joints, fractured teeth, jaws, skulls, spinal injuries, broken necks, extensive soft tissue damage, and more. If the horse is deemed unsalvageable, they're either killed by a morally competent vet or just plain shot in the head and dragged off. If they are deemed salvageable, they are forced to run and be tripped over and over until they are deemed unsalvageable. The emotional trauma a tripping horse endures is extremely traumatic. To put it in human terminology, it can be related to depression, extreme anxiety, defeat, being terrified, a broken spirit, confusion, fear of being hurt again and again, and eventually just becoming completely shut down and just giving up on life. I've never seen this sport in action, thank God, but I have firsthand experience dealing with a horse who has been tripped. My mom and I have both been involved in animal rescue for many years. And the solution we advocate is promoting adoptions, rescue, and educating the general population and our legislatures about the existence of this so-called sport. But that is easier said than done, according to Keith Dane, HSUS Director of Equine Protection, in an online article, thehorse.com. Legislatures don't want to appear to single out a specific group. Well, my mom recently found an equine rescue dealing strictly with rescuing tripping horses. They received one big, almost black male thoroughbred, and my mom instantly fell in love. After about a month, we brought him home to my family's personal horse ranch, and so started a deeply emotional journey. This horse came to us with no official name, My mom's side of the family is of Czech descent, so we named him Novak, which is Czech for new beginning. At only 8 years old, he had completely shut down emotionally and was so lame he literally couldn't even walk. He had extensive soft tissue damage to his legs and his back and large scars from where the lassos dug into his flesh. He was terrified of being hit and would literally cower in fear at the simple raise of a hand. He had gone so long without food, he would almost trample us to get to his hay and his grain. As his body has started to physically heal, his heart and his soul have started to heal as well. The skin and bones, filthy, broken horse my mom fell in love with has slowly blossomed into a 1,400-pound, stunning and rambunctious youngster. My mom put it perfectly when she said he bounces around like he's on a trampoline. He follows us around like he's a big puppy, gives us his version of hugs, and his sweet personality is really coming out. Unfortunately, despite how far he has come, there are several issues directly related to his past that we are dealing with and probably will for a long time. He's still so terrified that we're not going to feed him. He is still lame, and he still flinches at quick movements. Because his sole purpose for so long was being tripped, he doesn't understand personal space and doesn't have too many manners. Despite his rough start in life and a few small issues because of the way he was treated, he is proving to be an absolutely amazing and extremely smart horse. It's hard to believe he was given up for a mere $50. In conclusion, many horses are being forced to run an extremely inhumane and illegal event called tripping. They do survive due to the severity of their injuries because of this so-called sport. They have to endure severe physical and emotional trauma. My first-hand experience with having a tripping horse has been extremely emotional as we slowly work to heal Novak's body and spirit. My final thought is that until this barbaric sport is banned in all 50 states, I will do whatever it takes to educate people about horse tripping.